Nestled at the edge of the vast Pine Ridge forest, the small town of Ravens Hollow was a haven of tranquility, surrounded by towering trees and the enchanting sounds of nature. Little did its residents know that the forest harbored dark secrets and that the line between the serene outdoors and bone-chilling horror was thinner than they could ever imagine. The story began when a group of adventurous friends, captivated by the allure of a camping trip, decided to venture into the heart of Pine Ridge Forest. The air was thick with excitement as they pitched their tents beneath the canopy of ancient trees. The scent of pine needles and the distant rustling of leaves created an idyllic atmosphere that masked the ominous shadows lurking in the wilderness. As night descended upon the campsite, the friends gathered around the crackling campfire, sharing laughter and stories. The forest, however, seemed to come alive with unseen eyes, watching their every move. Unbeknownst to the group, Ravens Hollow had its share of scary outdoor tales, legends of lost souls and ancient curses that clung to the trees like a silent warning. As the fire's warmth waned, so did the camaraderie among the friends. A subtle unease settled over the campsite as strange noises echoed through the darkness. Branches creaked, leaves crunched under unseen footsteps, and distant whispers carried on the wind. The group dismissed the sounds, attributing them to the normal nocturnal activities of the forest. The horror stories unfolded when, in the dead of night, one of the friends claimed to have seen a shadowy figure moving among the trees. Dismissing it as a trick of the imagination, they tried to sleep, but an unsettling energy lingered in the air. The forest, once inviting, now felt like a realm where unseen eyes watched from the shadows. As the friends succumbed to sleep, their dreams were invaded by eerie visions, whispers that seemed to beckon them deeper into the wilderness. The line between reality and nightmare blurred, and the forest itself became a malevolent entity, trapping them in a surreal realm where time seemed to stand still. The climax of the outdoor horror unfolded when the friends, guided by an unseen force, stumbled upon an ancient clearing deep within Pine Ridge Forest. A forgotten altar stood at its center, adorned with symbols that spoke of an ancient cult that had once called the forest home. The air thickened with an otherworldly presence, and the shadows danced in unnatural patterns around the clearing. As the friends sought to escape the cursed realm, they realized they were not alone. Figures, clad in tattered robes, emerged from the darkness, their faces obscured by masks carved from the bark of ancient trees. The cult, it seemed, had never truly vanished. Its members lingered in the shadows, bound to the forest by a pact that transcended the boundaries of time. The friends, now entangled in a supernatural struggle, faced the wrath of the ancient cult. The forest itself seemed to rebel against their presence, trees contorting into grotesque shapes, and the very ground pulsating with an unholy energy. The cult sought to bind the souls of the intruders, adding them to the spectral chorus that haunted Pine Ridge Forest. In a desperate bid for survival, the friends invoked the protection of ancient charms they discovered in the clearing. The air crackled with mystical energy as they confronted the cult, each step forward a battle against the malevolent forces that sought to claim their souls. The climax unfolded in a spectral confrontation, where the line between the living and the dead blurred in the moonlit clearing. As dawn broke, the friends emerged from Pine Ridge Forest, physically and emotionally scarred by the horrors they had witnessed. The town of Ravens Hollow, now aware of the supernatural tales that lingered in the outdoor realm, regarded the forest with newfound trepidation. Pine Ridge, once a serene backdrop, stood as a haunting reminder that the beauty of nature could conceal a darkness that whispered from the shadows, a realm where scary outdoor horror stories merged with the ancient echoes of an unholy pact. In the remote village of Blackwood, nestled at the edge of the dense whispering pines forest, there existed a centuries-old tale that spoke of ominous spirits and chilling encounters in the great outdoors. As a group of friends, eager for an adventurous escape, set out on a camping trip into the heart of the forest, they unknowingly stepped into a story that would etch its mark on their souls forever. The friends, Hannah, David, Sarah, and Michael, arrived at the forest's edge with an air of excitement. The towering pines loomed overhead, their branches entwined like skeletal fingers against the moonlit sky. The group set up camp near the ancient stone circle, a place whispered about in local legends as a boundary between the earthly realm and the supernatural. As night descended, the forest transformed into a realm of shadows and unseen whispers. The campfire, their feeble attempt to ward off the encroaching darkness, flickered with an eerie dance that mirrored the shifting spirits within the whispering pines. Despite their best efforts to dismiss the local horror stories, the friends couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The first unsettling encounter occurred when Anna, drawn by an ethereal melody, ventured into the depths of the forest alone. The haunting tune seemed to emanate from the heart of the trees, pulling her deeper into the shadows. The friends, disturbed by her absence, set out on a frantic search. They found Anna standing at the edge of the stone circle, her eyes vacant, as if communing with unseen entities. As the night wore on, the forest came alive with supernatural phenomena. Unearthly figures danced in the moonlit glades, their movements mirroring the ancient rituals of a spectral gathering. evening. The friends, now gripped by a sense of dread, huddled together, realizing that the Whispering Pines were home to forces beyond their comprehension. The horror stories intensified when Michael, consumed by a strange compulsion, discovered an old journal tucked beneath the roots of a twisted pine. The pages revealed accounts of a forgotten cult that had once worshipped the forest's ancient spirits, seeking to harness their power for dark purposes. The journal spoke of rituals performed within the stone circle and the subsequent descent of the forest into a realm where reality and nightmare intertwined. As the friends delved deeper into the forest's secrets, they encountered spectral apparitions that seemed to materialize from the very trees. The air hummed with an otherworldly energy, and the boundaries between the living and the supernatural blurred. Shadows clung to the pines like malevolent entities, and the friends found themselves pursued by phantoms whose faces held expressions of anguish and despair. The climax of the outdoor horror unfolded when the friends, guided by an unseen force, stumbled upon the stone circle during a moonlit ritual. The spectral figures, clad in tattered robes, beckoned them to join the ethereal dance. Terrified, the friends resisted, realizing that the cult's rituals had transcended the boundaries of time, ensnaring them in a spectral web woven centuries ago. As the night reached its zenith, the friends confronted the cult's leader, a shadowy figure with hollow eyes that seemed to draw them into the abyss. The forest quivered with supernatural energy as the friends, armed with newfound knowledge from the ancient journal, sought to break the cycle of ritualistic torment that bound the Whispering Pines. In a harrowing confrontation, the friends invoked ancient incantations and performed ceremonial gestures within the stone circle. The air crackled with mystical energy, and the forest itself seemed to rebel against the malevolent forces that sought to ensnare their souls. The climax unfolded in a surreal dance between the living and the spectral, as the friends battled against the supernatural to break the curse that had plagued the Whispering Pines. As dawn broke, the friends emerged from the forest, physically and emotionally drained by the horrors they had witnessed. The village of Blackwood, now aware of the supernatural tales that clung to the Whispering Pines, regarded the ancient forest with newfound reverence and trepidation. The outdoor horror stories became a haunting legend, a reminder that the natural beauty of the wilderness could conceal a darkness that whispered through the ancient pines, a realm where the moonlit shadows held the echoes of an unholy past. Nestled in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, the town of Evergreen bordered the edge of the Blackwood Forest, an ancient, sprawling wilderness with a dark history that sent shivers down the spines of the locals. The woods were said to harbor more than just wildlife, as eerie outdoor horror stories whispered of malevolent spirits and spectral entities that roamed the desolate trails. The town's youth, however, dismissed these tales as the product of overactive imaginations and decided to embark on a camping trip to prove the skeptics wrong. A group of 5 friends, Jake, Emily, Ryan, Mia, and Alex, gathered on a crisp autumn evening, their excitement palpable as they ventured into the looming shadows of Blackwood Forest. Their destination was an abandoned campsite known as Hollow's Rest, a place long avoided by the locals due to its mysterious past. The air was thick with the scent of pine, and the rustling leaves seemed to whisper tales of the unseen that lurked within the depth. As night fell, the friends set up their tents in a clearing surrounded by ancient trees. The crackling campfire provided a flickering warmth against the encroaching darkness, but the eerie ambience of the forest cast an unsettling spell over the group. The first ominous sign occurred when Mia claimed to have heard spectral whispers echoing through the rustling leaves. Her friends laughed it off as imagination, attributing the sounds to the wind's playful dance. The horror stories unfolded when, in the dead of night, the friends were awakened by an otherworldly glow emanating from the heart of Hollow's Rest. Intrigued and apprehensive, they followed the ethereal light deeper into the forest, the shadows conspiring to cloak their path. As they approached the source, the glow revealed an abandoned altar adorned with wilted flowers and symbols that spoke of forgotten rituals. Unnerved by the discovery, the friends retreated to their campsite, only to find that their surroundings had transformed. The once familiar trail had become a labyrinth of twisted trees, and the moon cast elongated shadows that seemed to dance with a malevolent intent. Panic set in as they realized the forest itself had become a living entity, rearranging its topography to confound and terrify them. The horror stories reached a chilling climax when the friends, disoriented and desperate to escape, stumbled upon an ancient graveyard hidden deep within the woods. Weathered tombstones bore names of long-forgotten settlers, and the air grew thick with an oppressive energy. Whispers echoed through the trees, revealing tales of a cursed family who had once called the forest home, their vengeful spirits forever bound to the desolate wilderness. As the friends sought to leave the cursed graveyard, they found themselves pursued by ghostly apparitions, figures draped in tattered garments, their hollow eyes fixated on the intruders. The forest, now a nightmarish realm where where the line between the living and the dead blurred, seemed intent on ensnaring the friends within its spectral grasp. In a desperate bid for survival, the friends invoked ancient incantations they found etched on a moss-covered tombstone. The air crackled with an unnatural energy as they sought to appease the vengeful spirits that lingered within the haunted woods. The climax unfolded in a surreal confrontation between the living and the spectral as the friends battled against the supernatural forces to break the curse that bound the Blackwood Forest. As dawn broke, the friends stumbled out of the forest, physically and emotionally drained by the horrors they had witnessed. The town of Evergreen, now confronted with the reality of the outdoor horror stories, regarded the Blackwood Forest with newfound fear and reverence. The desolate wilderness stood as a testament to the ancient spirits that lurked within, a realm where the echoes of a cursed past whispered through the rustling leaves, a haunting reminder that some secrets are best left undisturbed in the heart of the haunted outdoors. Subscribing to our channel not only keeps you updated with our latest content, but also shows your support for our work. Liking our videos, leaving thoughtful comments, and sharing them with your friends helps us grow and reach a wider audience. Your engagement means the world to us and fuels our passion to create even more exciting and informative content for you.